Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Moyna Bass Fishers. I'm Jim Moyna, professional bass fisherman. In this video, we're going to talk about a fourth day of practice here at Toledo Bend Lake. This would be for the 2024 MLF Toyota Series tournament, Southwestern Division. The thing that comes to mind most about today was there was a good chance of rain in the forecast. I drove about 45 minutes, a little more than 45 minutes. I'm staying here at where the tournament's going to be held out of at Cypress Bend. But I wanted to go fish the Texas side. This is Louisiana side. I want to go fish the Texas side down the lake. So I actually drove down there and launched down there because you never know what the wind's going to do. It's a big lake. You're taking the chance of the wind coming up and having a bumpy ride back if you drive that whole way by boat. Plus, there's just navigating these boat lanes and just the chance I make a mistake. That eliminates that. So that's what I did. So I made that drive around, and so when I left in the morning, I put on my rain bibs, the Rage, the Blackfish Rage rain bib, and so I wore that all the way around. I got to the boat landing, then I went to go grab my Rage rain top. The problem was, it was hanging right here, back in the camper, and so there. I had a whole day ahead of me with the threat of rain and no rain top. Big mistake, but luck would have it, I only had to deal with like a misty rain later in the day that was more of a nuisance. It wasn't a soaking type of rain. It was just, it missed a little bit and then it would quit, and then another misty squall would come through, and it was that really fine pellet, like it wasn't hard pellets, but it was just fine, God, what's the word? It's not really mist. It was a wind driven, just spray kind of a, anyhow, I lucked out and didn't really end up wet at all. I mean, you get a little bit on you, but then it would dry off, and then a little bit more would come, and then you dry off again. So that was the big mistake for today. Big mistake. Second big mistake was not finding any quality fish. Again, that's been my story. The story's been just catching lots of small fish, and that's what happened again today. I put in down there, and hey, I found the grass beds, the hydrilla. There's hydrilla, there's eelgrass, there's I even pulled up a sprig of milfoil one cast, and then there's another thing that I forget the name of that weed, but anyways, I found that, and I thought for sure, this is going to happen here. I caught again. It was just more little fish. I tried shallow, I tried middle depths, I tried the shallow weed edge, I tried the outer weed edge, I tried the tree, the standing timber out deeper. I mean, that's what I've been doing. And I mean, I'm trying all these depths and just nothing's connecting with quality fish. Nothing. I've caught, the first day here, I had like a 4-pounder jump off, and then yesterday I caught one like 4.5 pounds, but those are the only good bites I've had. Otherwise, it's just been brutally tough on the quality bites. And I'm not even seeing on my active target. I'm not the greatest at differentiating between size on my active target, but I'm not seeing any marks on that active target that are bigger marks that actually respond to a bait. If I see a big mark, I'll throw at it, and then it's just totally non-responsive to anything I throw at it. So it's probably a catfish or a big drum or a big gar, I don't know. And then the fish that do respond they all look that same size on the graph. And I'll catch one and it'll be another 1 to 1.5 pounder, maybe 2 at best. And it doesn't matter what depth range. It doesn't matter if I'm out in 25 feet catching these fish or if I'm up in 3 feet. It's the same size fish everywhere I go. But, we got Saturday, we got Sunday, we got Monday. We got 3 days. That's like a full practice. When I used to do other this was a Toledo Series tournament with unlimited practice, but like the Major League Fishing's invitationals, it's a 3-day practice. So basically I got a full invitational practice ahead of me yet. And I really got to get serious about thinking of some other baits to throw, thinking of some other options. It's getting to the point where what I'm been doing primarily is just not cutting it at all. And changing locations and throwing the same baits, it doesn't seem like that's going to change anything. So what do I got to do to get on those better fish? And I'm not asking you guys to tell me, because I'd rather just nobody even say nothing. That's just how I like to do it. So I'm just sharing with you my the frustration, sharing with you just the process of how I try to work through this. The only thing I haven't done is I haven't been up the lake. I've been mid-lake, I've been down lake. I haven't been up the lake, where maybe that's the key for whatever reason. Maybe those fish up the lake are doing something a little, maybe the water's dirtier, or maybe that'll force the fish shallower or keep them shallow. I don't know, but it would be it'd be another adjustment I could make that could put me on more fish. And one thing I noticed is there's different amounts of bait in different areas of this lake. It's like when I got way down the lake, I didn't see much bait. Very little bait way down the lake. But you just come halfway, you just come up to mid-lake, and there's all kinds of bait. So that's just interesting. I don't know how crucial of a factor that is, but it's just something I've observed. I'm probably not going to go all the way down to the lake again. And here's the other thing. With the water temperatures in the mid-60s, why am I not seeing more fish on spawning beds? And I did find the clear water today too, where I could actually sight fish. I could, visually sight fish bass on their beds. Problem is, even though the water temperature is perfect, the bass aren't there. They're not. I've seen a few tiny ones on beds, but I'm seeing a lot of what looks like to be empty beds. So I don't know if those fish were caught in last week's tournament and removed. I don't know what's going on. The weather, since I got here, the weather has not been conducive to sending another wave of spawning fish to the shallows, to the spawning beds. It's been, but still, there should still be males that were locked in. There still should be males that when we had the good weather, these males would have made the beds, the eggs would have been laid by the females, and these males should still be there guarding the eggs. And there's just nobody's around guarding nothing. So it's really frustrating to and I quite don't understand what's going on out here right now, because and the weather is supposed to turn. I've been dealing with clouds. I think it's going to be cloudy again tomorrow, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to double check that. But I know for the tournament, they were calling for clearing skies and light and variable winds, which would offer really good conditions to bedfish. Really good conditions. So at least I know where there's some clear water in this lake now, in a couple of different sections where I could actually pull into and look for fish. but it's discouraging. I mean, there has to be more fish coming. There has to be. It can't all be done. And not only that, even if they did spawn a couple weeks ago, I mean, there should be fish garden fry and all that kind of thing going on. That's just not happening. That is just not a thing right now. So there just has to be more fish coming to the shallows, and I don't know. At least I know where to go. If that happens, I mean, I could position myself for that. But I got to nail something. I got to nail down some staging type spots, and I don't know. Maybe I got to just pick up the Carolina rig and just fish every point I can find out here until I connect. Points. That's where I'm catching a lot of these small fish are on points. Do I just not pulling up on the right point where the bigger ones are? I don't know. It's I don't know. Carolina rig, football jig. I mean, these are things I haven't really tried much of that maybe I need to. Chatterbait. I haven't thrown. I know where the grass is. Maybe I just need to chatterbait the crap out of it and until something gives. That chatterbait's that's like a bulletproof bait, because whatever the conditions are, wherever you are, as long as there's grass, you have a great shot at getting a decent bag on a chatterbait. That's one of those almost bulletproof presentations. No presentation is absolutely bulletproof, but the chatterbait, or the bladed jig is the generic term for that category of bait. That is about as bulletproof as it gets, but it's not. But no bait's completely bulletproof. So that's where I'm sitting right now. Just not knowing what to do, just confused, frustrated, but I got 2.5 days left to go, and all it takes is 30 minutes doing the right thing, and suddenly I'll have this lake figured out. You just make one little wrinkle in what you're doing sometimes, and all of a sudden that unlocks the lake. So right now I haven't unlocked the lake. I'm not winning practice. The fish are winning, but I am still in this battle, and I'll be in this battle until the final day, until I'm out of this tournament. So, because that's one of my qualities. One of my strong suits is just being tenacious, and just staying after it. I mean, right to the bitter end of the tournament, no matter where I'm at, right to the bitter end. I'm just very tenacious, and I don't unyield to the conditions. I just go for it, man. Just the whole time. All right, that's enough for tonight. Thanks for watching. Over.